we still here just to suffer? Now this is a quote which resonates with me in quite a few ways. I would like to discuss them in this podcast. Now if you don't know, that quote is actually from a series called Metal Gear Solid. In particular, Metal Gear Solid 5, in which the character Kazuhira Miller is suffering through a phantom pain, as not only has he lost his limbs, at least a few of them, he has also lost his comrades. I don't want to get into the game too much, as this is not a review, but I find this phantom pain interesting, as it describes a quintessential basis for the theory of religion, for the very concept of why religion is even conceived. It is to answer this question: what kind of omnipotent being would put us here to suffer? If there is an omnipotent being, how could they let this happen to us? It's undeniable that we suffer. Some religions say that this is simply a test, if you will, a test of faith. Well, at least that is what Christianity claims. In Hinduism, the reason we are suffering is because we have earned that. We have earned our place in this planet, however pitiful it may be from the actions in our previous life. We are to assume that in the beginning we all started off on equal footing. But as time went on, some became less pure than others, I would say. And those souls which could not find moral righteousness stayed on this earth, while the others ascended to a higher plane of nirvana. Those of us that still remain would then seemingly be those that have committed the worst crimes, or at least ones that are not worthy of the afterlife, which is hopefully to be achieved through ethics and general belief. Now, in my personal opinion, I really don't need religion to explain my existence. Not in a literal sort of way, anyways. I do indeed believe in religion, which I will discuss later, not in this podcast, which is akin to Hinduism. Let us leave it at that. In which I do believe in reincarnation, that we all have souls, and that these souls will either descend to a lower form of life, such as an animal or an insect, or ascend to higher planes of life, obviously humans, or specific humans. You could be born in a more fortunate situation from your previous deeds, and just as easily fall to a lesser form, at least a lesser starting point, as all souls are equal, even those of animals, which are no different, I believe. Some may ask, if you didn't have religion, what's the point of making a mark on this world if there's no further purpose than to simply spread your measly existence, perhaps leave a future generation to ponder? What is the point of it all? That is a good question, but it is truly worthless. I do not need religion to explain why I must be a good soul. I simply feel that it is a base instinct of compassion that we must follow. My religion is more of a philosophy, if anything. I feel that I am not bound by religion, but in fact I create my own path through it. Of course, I am bound by ethics, but these seem less like binds and more like simple logic. Think to yourself, would you still be a good person if you didn't have religion? If you were to truly know there was no omnipotent being, would you still be a good person? Or would you become someone with darker desires? Do you need religion to justify being a good person? That is a basic question which you must know yourself. As I have said, I do not need religion. I create my purpose. Even if I am but a speck in the cosmos, simply living this life, it is a gift. For if there truly is no afterlife, and there is no God, and we fade to forever darkness, then living truly is a blessing, is it not? If we are to fade to darkness after this life and never come back, then at least let us enjoy it and seek some purpose from it. Purpose, which some have found through religion, been dependent on to give their life purpose. Anyways, this has been an Udester swag.